T.S. Eliot was a profound scholar. His addiction to the habit of reading began when he was a child. Eliot had been a sickly child, and this prevented the little Eliot from doing what most children do, playing. The bane turned out to be a boon and developed in the little Eliot an infatuation for books. Eliot continued to be a voracious reader as a boy and as a young man, and the vast reading of the poet is powerfully reflected in The Wasteland. There are numerous quotations and allusions buried inside the text of The Wasteland, and in order to appreciate fully the greatness of this masterpiece of Eliot, the student has to identify at least the most important of the quotations and allusions. In his essay, Tradition and the Individual Talent, Eliot speaks of the writer writing not merely with his own generation in his bones, but with an awareness of the whole literature of Europe from Homer onwards. If at all a poet ever wrote a poem with a feeling that the whole literature of Europe from Homer onwards was in his bones, it is The Wasteland. While annotating a passage from The Wasteland, you may point this out and also try to establish a parallel between what you find in The Wasteland and what Eliot theorizes in his essay, Tradition and the Individual Talent. Let me pause for a moment and try to respond to the criticism that I am not detailed enough, and the criticism that I am too detailed. My information is that you are not doing your doctoral research in the subject under consideration. Hence, I always try not to overburden you with too much material. On the other hand, your answer should be the best answer in front of the examiner. Hence, I have to give you ample material, provide you with ample material, and excellent material at that. Thus, I am now walking the tightrope between refusing to overburden you with too much material and providing you with ample material so that Your answer will be the best answer in front of the examiner. A poem can move forward through meaning. A poem can move forward through image. The wasteland makes use of both meaning and image, but it provokes the question whether there is steady progression in the poem. Whoever looks for linear progression in the wasteland is looking for a black cat that is not in a dark hole. The fact is that the wasteland is not a simple narrative of a single narrator. There is space within the framework of the wasteland for multiple voices. The wasteland is as much collage as poem. It makes use of the techniques of cinematography as much as the techniques of literature. Let us try to suspend our judgment until we get a holistic picture of the entire poem. What the wasteland has to convey is not conveyed by a single word or a single line or even a single part. What the wasteland has to convey is conveyed holistically by the entire poem.